Isn't it awfully late for a florist delivery?
They came earlier.
Oh, well, you didn't have to make a special trip. You could have left them on my desk.
McCleary insisted on personal service.
Oh, is that right?
I've got some red roses for a blue lady.
Okay, I'll get those forms out as soon as possible.
Thank you, Gail.
Gail?
Yes.
Miss Wilkins, this is Gail Wolf.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm the social worker on the baby Elon case. You had some questions, Mrs. Wilkins?
Well, I came to see how the baby's doing.
Well, the doctor says she's in good basic health. Strong little girl.
Wendy? Hi.
Hi there.
Hi. Well, I can't imagine someone leaving a baby on your doorstep.
Oh, it was quite a shock.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it was your door.
Yeah, we are, too.
And I don't know how a mother could do something like that.
Well, I can imagine the pressure the mother must have been up against to make such a choice.
Yeah, she must have been alone, frightened.
Well, she shouldn't be afraid, Miss Wilkins. You know, people are much more understanding about these things nowadays. And we have professionals who are trained to help in social...
Yeah, but if a woman doesn't have a husband, it can get pretty scary.
Miss Wilkins, are you baby Elon's mother? Are you the mother?
Well, no, I'm not. But I would like to make a home for her.
That's the only good cot we've got.
That attacked me.
Oh, quick, put it in the snow.
I just reached for the handle on it, and I didn't realize it'd be so hot.
Metal's like that.
Oh, so much for our dinner.
Maybe you're not the domestic type.
I promise you, I have never in my entire life had trouble boiling water. Ouch.
I think you're going to recover, but it may leave a slight scar.
Oh, it's just another souvenir from this great misadventure.
Jack must have had a good time.
Well, if you must know, I had a lovely evening myself.
As in lovely lady.
Jack was a perfect gentleman. All right, look, I'll admit that he does tend to go a little overboard sometimes, but at least he knows how to treat a girl, unlike some other people around here.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Brian.
You seen Kristen?
She came back from the airport still floating on air. Said that she had a new angle on the riverfront story.
She said she was going to be photographing down there till late or something?
I don't know.
Maybe I'll take a ride over and take a look.
Good idea.
See ya.
Take care, Brian.
So long.
I'm really glad things went so well for Kristen in New York.
Yeah, me too. Aren't you going to read it?
Satisfied? McCleary, don't you have work to do?
That's what I'm here for.
Where do you think you're going? Get back in here. Sit down over there. I can keep an eye on you.
If that's the first step.
Have you discussed this with your husband?
I'm not married anymore.
Miss Wilkins, it's a great deal of pressure and responsibility in foster parenting a child, especially a baby this young.
I understand that, believe me.
Excuse me, Mrs. Wolf, Dr. Evans is calling from the Welfare Bureau.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me, I have to take this call. I'll be right back.
Can I see the baby?
Yeah. Right there.
I've never seen anything so tiny and precious in my life.
Darling, I know you have a lot to do today. Would you like to go ahead and start out ahead of me? I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, you're right. I'll see you later, Wendy.
Bye, Trev. Just look at her. She's beautiful.
Wendy, come on. We can wait for Mrs. Wolf over here. You know, whoever left her on our doorstep must be a very caring person. The baby was very clean, well cared for. They left instructions about the baby's formula. And I don't think it was an accident that she was left on our doorstep.
It's a sign.
A sign?
For me, Liza. My life has seemed so meaningless lately, and then she comes into it. I want to make a good home for her.
Wendy, did you hear what Mrs. Wolf said? This would be an enormous responsibility for you to take on.
You don't understand. Liza, I was going to have a baby, and I wanted him. I wanted him more than anything in the world. But I had an accident, and I had a miscarriage.
No, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I'm really very sorry.
I never knew how much love I had to give. I felt that baby growing inside me. I just wanted to love it and protect it and make a home for it. But ever since I lost the baby, I've been having these dreams that he's crying. I want to go to him and help him, but I never get to him. I wake up. I had the same dream last night. I woke up. I read about it alone. Don't you see? I feel like I found my baby. She needs a mother, and I would be a wonderful mother.
Well, of course you would, and you will be someday. But Wendy, parenting is more than just loving a child. You need a home for the baby. I mean, you can't even support a family right now.
Look, I know I don't have all the answers yet, but I'll figure it out. If I could just be given a chance.
Don't you think the authorities would favor a married couple over a single young woman? And anyway, Wendy, Travis and I have already agreed to be foster parents for Elan until permanent arrangements can be made.
I think you have a baby. You have a beautiful baby. Why do you want another?
Wendy, look. I think when Elan's mother put her on our doorstep, I think maybe in her own misguided way, she was asking us for help.
Well, I must seem pretty silly coming here, huh? Thinking that they would trust me with the baby.
No, not at all. I understand your feelings. I understand what you mean.
Well, I'm going to take a look at her again.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Doesn't look like you'll be coming home with me. I have nothing to offer you. Except love.
Welcome home, big time.
Oh, Brian,
I hear tell that you had a good time in the big city.
I had a great time. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Sort of missed you around here.
Yeah, I missed you too.
I don't think you could have picked the worst neighborhood to be photographing after dark.
I know, but I specifically wanted to get night shots. In New York, I got shots which really show what a person could do with an area, just like this.
Great. Want some hot chocolate?
Really? I would love some. Boy.
Cold, huh? You cold?
Not anymore. Did anything happen while I was away?
Yeah. Yeah, everything. I'll tell you all about it later.
I'm glad you came down. I was going to call you.
I know.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, so am I.
You just give this hand a rest, huh? I'll just get started on supper. Pasta alla bolognese.
Oh, it says spaghetti and meat sauce.
I always add a little imagination to my ingredients.
How was Cleo?
Uncooperative. She refused to turn over.
Well, then we can forget trying to get out of here tonight.
No one in his right mind is going to be out in that mess tonight. But, no, look, it's going to be all right. Tomorrow, everything's going to clean up, and we're going to be on our way.
I cannot wait to get back to civilization. I look like a wreck.
Cleo's in pretty bad shape. You look pretty good to me.
I really feel useless. Please, let me make dinner.
Nah. Nope. Just let the master chef do his thing.
Cagney, you do everything. You haul in the wood, you keep the fire going, you're outside in the freezing cold trying to get the truck fixed. Would you please let me do this? Please?
All right. You stir.
The #1 fitness exercise in the world is cross-country skiing. And now it can be duplicated in your home with Easy Glider. Just 20 minutes every other day, an hour a week is all it takes to strengthen and firm all major muscle groups and lose weight aerobically. You'll burn up to 400 calories per workout, plus tone chest, arms and back, calves, thighs, and buttocks. Notice the quality construction of the sturdy metal frame. This handsome unit folds down quickly for easy storage. Other ski simulators cost as much as $500, but Easy Glider is just $59.95, and your satisfaction is absolutely guaranteed. Grab the bargain. Call toll-free now.
To order your Easy Glider, call 1-800-541-5700. That's 1-800-541-5700. Use your credit card to avoid COD charges, or send check or money order for $59.95 plus $9 shipping and handling to Easy Glider, Department 22, Canton, Ohio, or call 1-800-541-5700.
USA Sports swings into action with top players in professional golf. Defending champion Tom Kite leads the field when Stadler, Strange, Pate, Watkins, and others compete in the Kemper Open. Then the action swings north when Lyle, Ballesteros, and Norman drive for top honors in the Westchester Classic. Swing into great golf action, starting with the Kemper Open. Tomorrow and Friday, live at 4 with repeats at 9 on USA Sports.
This is what I call dedication. It does an old newsman's soul good to see two stalwarts burning the midnight oil. What news story are you working on?
Yeah, it's personal.
Oh, personal. What's got you working so hard there, Sonny?
Notes for tomorrow night's 6 o'clock news.
6 o'clock news. That's wonderful. Well, would either of you mind briefing me on the latest investigation into the abandoned baby story?
Well, so far, no one has answered our appeal for information. If Baby Alon's mother had any heart, she would have been in touch by now.
No, I disagree with you entirely. I think if we focus enough spotlight on this long enough, and maybe even heat it up a little bit, we'll get the results that we want. I want this story top priority.
Look,
I want you back on the phone, checking out all your sources again.
We got zip at the hospitals and the social service agencies.
Well, what about the private health groups? Check the agencies that give aid and assistance to unwed mothers. Ask the right questions. Do some networking. Now, people know when a baby is expected. They also know when it turns up missing. Now, you keep your ears and your eyes open. You're going to get some results sooner or later, right? I got to get a move on.
No, I'm just wondering something. What's
What?
your angle on this story?
Hogan, we're talking about an innocent baby. I don't need an angle, do I?
Don't you ever give that guy the benefit of the doubt?
I just don't understand, Kendall.
Well, I do. I really do think he wants to crack this case, for the child's sake.
Oh, yeah, if it just happens to sell a few more newspapers, then...
Oh, come on, McCleary. You can't fault a publisher for having instinct for a news story or the desire to up circulation.
All right, all right. Look, I'm not going to argue with you about this anymore. Besides, you haven't told me the whole story about your date with Jack last night.
McCleary, if you're so curious about what I do on a date, why not find out for yourself?
I struck out the first time I asked you. But never let it be said that a McCleary was bat shy. All right, here goes. Miss Adamson, would you please do me the dubious honor of going out to dinner with me tonight?
I accept.
Good. All right, we got that out of the way. Now, when I get back, we can decide on which exotic establishment to go to for this historic occasion.
That sounds fine to me.
Wait a minute. I can't go tonight. I promised somebody I'd meet him in a half an hour.
Oh, stood up already.
I'm really sorry. It's kind of embarrassing.
Oh, listen, don't worry about it. It's okay. I'll take a rain check.
Next week for sure.
For sure.
We'll get this date out of the way and we'll do it in grand style.
And just what kind of style will that be?
Huh?
Well, anticipation's half the fun.
Well, I can't tell you. It'll spoil the surprise.
Oh, great. That's even better. I love surprises. I can hardly wait.
You almost finished?
Why, you getting cold?
Hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, boy.
How about some Chinese?
Oh, is this a dinner invitation?
I'm sorry. Would you have dinner with me, Kristen?
Yeah, sure. How about some sushi? I tried it in New York.
Sushi. That's raw fish? Oh, no. No, I had something in mind like, you know, cooked.
All right, anything you say. I guess after I missed your dance the way I did, maybe I owe you one.
Just one?
Maybe a couple.
I really did miss you.
I miss you too. What is that?
I don't know.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Hey, mister, come here. Come here. I'm a police officer. Come here.
He's crazy.
Who?
Got a gun.
Who's crazy?
Who knows names? The man in room 34.
All right, get behind the car. I'll take care of it.
Brian, what?
Kristen, get behind the car. Detective Emerson, do you copy?
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I'm at the Lombardi Hotel, West Street in Fulton. I have a suspect firing a gun, room 34. Repeat, room 34. I'm requesting a backup. I'm going in.
Brian, please.
Kristen, get behind the car!
There's never been a roach killer like this before.
Well, I could never have done it without you opening the can.
Ah, but you stirred it al dente.
Well, at least this time I didn't burn my hand.
How is the hand?
Oh, it's all right, I think.
Oh, I better have a look. Why don't you just leave the bandage off, let the air get to it?
Tell me, do you have a license for your medicine?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Oh, what state?
In Cambulac, in old Cathay. In modern maps, it's known as Peking, China.
Oh, you've been to Asia.
Yes. Went on an expedition with a guy named Marco Polo.
Oh, I've heard of him. Wasn't he a travel agent?
Yes, in a manner of speaking. We served together in the court of Kublai Khan. That's where I developed my taste for pasta. And that is where I learned and studied medicine.
Oh, really now?
Don't you believe me?
Do rivers run uphill?
I'm going to ignore that, Mark, and tell you about it anyway. My teacher in the court of the great Khan was a Buddhist monk who always admonishes, Look deep into the eyes. That is where you'll find the real person. No pretense there, no covering up.
What do you see in mine?
Unshed tears, a great restlessness. You haven't been sleeping much.
Oh, that's not fair. I told you that before.
I recall a similar case. The youngest of the Khan's many wives. She was beautiful, too. And just like you, she had trouble sleeping. She complained of nightmares. In her dreams, she saw white mice creeping into her room. Each night there seemed to be more and more. When she first came to the court, the queen was so young and innocent that she neglected her queenly duties. Now, without sleep, she was more neglectful than ever. The Khan asked my mentor and me to observe his bride. That night, we went to her room. Just as he said, she woke up terrified. She cried out that there were white mice everywhere. We lit the oil lamps and showed her that there were no white mice. But my wise teacher lifted up her sleeping mat, and what should fall to the floor but dried up white rice? We discovered the cause of the queen's complaint. She had not cleaned up her old problems. She'd neglected her queenly duties. She hadn't done her mental housekeeping.
So, what is your prescription, Doctor?
Things left undone are like white mice. I recommend you get rid of all that old business. Put it behind you. Start again.
Played a dirty game on me to get Susie out of the picture before she turned 21. But you failed. You and Stephanie lost, and I've won.